Hare Krishna, welcome devotees to the Gita Daily session. So thanks for joining. Today we'll be discussing Bhagavad Gita 9.34. So before that, let's take the blessings of the Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya Sudarshan Lakshmi Narasimhadev Panchatattva Gauranitai. So let's pray that by their blessings we shall understand the transcendental topics of Bhagavad Gita. So let's recite the prayers together. Om Adnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namam Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatireshtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Let's dedicate the session to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Let's pray that by His mercy we can understand Bhagavad Gita and also able to apply in practical way in our day-to-day life. So let's thank Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today's sloka is 934. Let's recite the verse. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvavam atmanam madparayana. Repetition. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvavam atmanam madparayanam. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Word to word meaning. Manmana, always thinking of me. Bhava, become. Mat, my. Bhakta, devotee. Mat, my. Yaji, worshipper. Mam, unto me. Namaskuru, offer obeisances. Mam, unto me. Eva, completely. Evaishasi. You will come. Yuktaiva, being absorbed. Evam, thus. Atmana, your soul. Matparayana, devoted to me. So, so we are actually discussing the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Lord actually is revealing the topmost transcendental knowledge to Arjuna. So here actually, yesterday we discussed about how actually anybody can take bhakti, right? Bhakti is open to all. There is no qualification required to perform bhakti. So this is the last we discussed, right? So whether irrespective of your class, varna, ashrama, or any such material designation, anybody can approach the Lord, right? And His Lord is actually impartial to everybody, and anybody who actually takes shelter of the Lord, they can attain the topmost destination. So that was the last discussion. So the today's sloka is the last sloka in this chapter. So basically, it is concluding the entire discussion of the 9th chapter in today's sloka. So here actually we can see the Lord is it's a direct uh, confirmation from the Lord that the topmost process to attain Lord actually is the devotional service. So what Lord is saying, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto, right? He's saying that become my devotee. Manmana Bhavamat Bhakto. So always remember me and become my devotee. Madhya Jimam Namaskuru. Offer obeisances unto me. Then actually, and Yaji means perform devotional service. So Krishna is directly, there should not be any doubt. If we had any doubt earlier, whether this is the right path or no, whether should I take the path of uh, jnana or whether I should take the path of yoga. So this kind of doubt actually, if it was there in our mind, so this sloka actually directly dispels that confusion. So Krishna is directly appealing that actually become my devotee. So there is no confusion here, right? And if you do that, Atmana Mat Parayana, so you can definitely attain me, by performing the devotional service. So this is like the final conclusion we can think, right? So we have seen that no, Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Upanishads, right? We have seen that. So in the Gita Mahatmya, it is mentioned that Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dukta Gopalanandana Partha Vatsa Sudir Bhokta Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahat. So considering all the Upanishads like a cow, and the essence of that Upanishads is the Gita, like how the essence of the cow, right, is the cow's milk, right? So similarly, right? So Duktam Gita Amritam Mahat. So Partho Vatsa Sudir Bhokta. So basically, it is mentioned like if you consider all Upanishads like a cow, And the essence of the cow actually is the cow's milk, right? So this is, and then Lord Krishna is the milkman who is milking the cow of Upanishads, and he is giving the essence to Arjuna, who is the calf, right? So basically, essence of all Upanishads, all Vedic scriptures you can consider, is the Bhagavad Gita. And then it is also mentioned ego, no. So basically, ego. If there can be only one book that actually can be Bhagavad Gita, and no, that we have already seen. So that way, Bhagavad Gita is essence of all Upanishads and all Vedic scriptures, right? And in that, we've seen in Bhagavad Gita in the 18 chapters, the middle chapters, 6 chapters are the most confidential part. And in that, middle confidential chapters, the chapter 9 and 10 are the most important. And in the ninth chapter, the last sloka, 34, is giving the conclusion. So this way, this sloka is very, very important sloka, right? It actually, whereby the Lord categorically and unambiguously establish bhakti, as the topmost process, and then the Lord actually is giving assurance and guarantee that if you take up this process of bhakti, then you can definitely attain me, right? So attaining the Lord actually means attaining our gaining back our constitutional position of serving the Lord, right, in the spiritual world. So we have actually discussed in the past session that the entire creation is, is it's extremely vast. No, it is beyond our imagination. So in that total creation, one fourth is the spiritual material world, and the three-fourth is the spiritual world. So the material creation is itself is unlimited. No, there are unlimited universes according to the Vedic scriptures, and and in that universe there are 14 planetary system, right? In that 14 planetary system, middle planetary system is the earthly planet, and in the earth actually we are there in a small place. So this way our existence is very insignificant, and the material creation is unlimited. Nobody can measure the breadth and width of one universe itself. So there are unlimited universes. So, and the spiritual world is much beyond. It's much bigger. So that way, the entire creation is very, very huge. So in that spiritual planets, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and in that the topmost is Goloka Vrindavan, where actually the original Lord, who is the source of everything, is residing as a cowherd boy, and is always exchanging his transcendental rasa with the devotees, right? So, so if you want to become one of the associates in that topmost spiritual planet, then actually this path of bhakti, the bhakti path can guarantee you the spiritual world. No, so it can be in any of the Vaikuntha planets. So based on the mood of the devotee by which he worships, he can attain different Vaikuntha planets. And if you follow the acharyas of Gaudiya, Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Parampara, who actually is following the transcendental loving service of the Lord, right? Mainly in the Madhurya Rasa. There are four rasas we have seen: Shandha Rasa, Dasya, Sakya, and Madhurya. So the devotees who follow the Madhurya Rasa, because based on that desires, because Krishna, Lord mentions that the devotees have this free will, and according to the desire, the Lord actually awards them. Ye Ramam Prabhatyante. So if we follow the acharyas in the Madhurya Rasa, in the authorized parampara, then actually we can attain the transcendental platform position and the planet of Goloka. Right. So this is the topmost that one can attain. So what the Lord is actually saying is important things, important points in this shloka is constant remembrance. Manmana bhavan bhakta. Always remember me. Right. Cultivate loving devotional service. Mad bhakta. Become my devotee. Yaji means worship. Right. Worshipping the Lord actually in different ways, like performing arati, etc. Mam namaskuru means bow down upon to me. So paying obeisance to the Lord. So paying obeisance is an important activity in bhakti, by which actually we are showing our humility, right? So bowing before the Lord. So that means that we are showing our submissiveness to the Lord, right? So this by performing this namaskara or no or obeisances, we can actually become our ego can be our false ego can be minimized. So by repeatedly paying obeisances, we can attain more and more humility. So this is one of the anga or process, right? And then what does the Lord says? Mam e vishasi means you will attain me. The Lord is promising that. Satyam te pradijani means basically the Lord is very categorically established in this sloka, no? That this is the process to follow. So we'll quickly look at the 9 process of bhakti. So now with the bhakti, which actually is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, uh, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So these are the 9 process of bhakti. So Shravanam means hearing, right? Hearing about a lot. So this is the starting process. So basically we acquire knowledge first by hearing. So that is Shravanam. So for this Shravanam, the example is given is Parishad Maharaj. So Parishad Maharaj is hearing Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami, right? So he is the ideal example. Then Kirtanam means chanting the glories of the Lord, or no, or talking about the Lord, no, or Krishna Katha. So these are all Kirtana. So here example is Sukadeva Goswami, who is reciting the Bhagavatam, right? Then Smaranam is remembrance of the Lord. So here actually the example of Prahlad Maharaj is given. So Prahlad was always remembering the Lord throughout, So he is an ideal example of Smaranam. Then Padasevanam means rendering service at the lotus feet of the Lord. So here the example is Lakshmi Devi, who is always serving the Lord, right? Then Archanam. Archanam is deity worship. So here actually the story of Pradhu Maharaj is there, which comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now he used all the resources available to him to always perform elaborate worship of the Lord. Vandanam means offering heartfelt prayers. Here Akrura is given, Srimad Bhagavatam Akrura, who actually was initially, working with Kamsa, and he was given the task to call Krishna and Balram to from Vrindavan to Mathura. But then he was internally always a devotee of the Lord, right? So Akrura was always offering prayers to the Lord. So he is an ideal example. But there are many examples. So this is just one, which is taken. So Dasyam is serving in servitude, or in humility. So here Hanuman is the example for Dasyam. Sakyam is friendship, Arjuna, and then other cowherd boys, who are in Vrindavan like Subala. They are all example of Sakyam. And finally, Atmanivedanam is mentioned. Atmanivedanam means completely offering everything to the Lord, offering oneself to the Lord. So here, example of Bali Maharaj is given. So Bali's story we know, Dabhaman they were parents, right? So were actually initially Bali Maharaj promised some 3 feet, 3 steps of land, and the Lord expanded as Vamana, and he wanted to take everything from Bali. So Bali Maharaj finally surrenders because he cannot give anything. He told that you can keep your feet on my head, and then so this way Bali performed Atmanivedana. So for that, actually, he was assured the post of Indra, in a future uh, Manvantara, and also he got the planet of Sudala, where actually Bali Maharaj is still residing, and the Lord agreed to become his gatekeeper. So the point we have to understand from this story is that when a devotee even offers a small thing to the Lord, right, the Lord actually reciprocates in much more grander way. So this way there are 9 steps, 9 process of devotional service like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So it is mentioned that even if you perform one of this activity sincerely, and with complete sincerity, but with that actually we can attain the highest perfection. So even if one is performed, but then generally devotees try to perform more of them so that that we are increasing the chance. We don't want to take a chance risk, right? So then in this nine, we also have these 9 steps in bhakti. We have seen it. So, which actually start with the says that Ado Shraddha, Tada Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Nishta, Ruji, Asakti, Bhava, and Prema. So, these are the 9 progressive steps in the path of bhakti. So, basically, Ado Shraddha means initially in the beginning, one actually have a little faith, right? His faith is it's called Komala Shraddha. His faith is very weak. But then that is the starting process, having some faith, Ado Shraddha. Then with little faith, he starts associating with devotees, Satsanga, no? Sadhu Sangha, Ado Shraddha, Tada Sadhu Sangha. Then he starts performing devotional service like Bhajana Kriya, chanting the holy names. Ado Shraddha, Tada Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. Then after that comes Anartha Nivritti stage, where all the unnecessary contamination in the heart is destroyed slowly by chanting the holy name and by performing the association of devotees. Anartha Nivrti is happened. So this is the clearing stage, where actually we become purified. So we have many anarthas, many attachments, unnecessary attachments we have in our life, right? So like we need a particular kind of place. We are comfortable only in a particular kind of bed, right? And so like that, we have many anarthas. We have many likes and dislikes, which unnecessarily keep us in the attachment cycle. So when we actually chant the holy name and become purified, all this like this also include our vasanas. We have carrying so many vasanas or tendencies, or some of them are sinful tendencies, which is accumulated in many lifetimes. So these vasanas propel us to do various activities. So in the stage of anartha nivrti, we actually become purified and slowly get the shackles of these vasanas are slowly slackened. So these anarthas are, slowly removed actually from the heart. So this stage actually takes maximum time to become, to become purified. So this anartha nivritti, after anartha nivritti comes nishta. Nishta means, like more strong faith, right? And then determination, right? We become very much committed. Nishta, then Ado Shraddha Tada Sangvajana Knana Nishta. Then after come Nishta comes Ruchi. Ruchi actually means the taste in chanting of the holy name. Right? Initially, when we chant, we will not have any taste. We may do it mechanically, without much attachment or taste. So then the Ruchi stage come, right? Then Bhava and Prema. So basically, so these are the gradual progress. So Bhava and Prema are the topmost actually, where we become completely uh, focused on devotional service, right? And without any other attachments or any other desires. So this is the topmost, and finally Krishna Prema. No, this is the topmost actually one can achieve. So so unless until we come to the Bhava stage or Prema, no, we cannot go back to the spiritual world. We may have to take birth again. So this way, the acharyas have given and explained, the different steps in the progress of bhakti. So in that different angas of bhakti, there are four most important. Right? The four most important angas are: one is the chanting of the holy name, Nama Sankirtana; then Mathuravas, residing in a holy place; Bhagavata Shravana, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam; Srimurti Seva, deity worship. So these are the four most important things which actually we focus generally. So Nama Sankirtana is example is Haridas Thakur, who used to chant 3 lakh round, 3 lakh names every day. Then Mathura was, so we see the Goswamis of Vrindavan like Rupa and Sanatana who are always staying in Vrindavan. Bhagavata Shravana we already seen, Parishad Maharaj. Murti Seva, Prithu Maharaj we have seen, Archanam. So these are the four most important angas. So now we look at a small story from Brahma Vaivarta Puran. So this story is about a Brahmana, a poor Brahmana who was residing in a place called Pradishtanpur. This was on the banks of Godavari river. So he was a very poor Brahmana. He did not have much money. Like he was somehow just sustaining his life. So, but then he was actually always, remembering the Lord. He was very much dedicated to Lord's worship. So one of the, he used to hear the different discourses. So once he heard in a discourse of the scriptures that even if suppose somebody doesn't have the resources to perform devotion, then he can in mentally he can perform the worship, right? So whatever activity we do perform mentally, that actually gives the same result as actually physically performing it. So when he heard this, from that day he started to worship the Lord mentally, because he did not have like, the paraphernalia, right? Different things to offer the Lord. So every day after taking bath, he used to meditate, sit on the bank, and in the mind he used to worship the Lord. He used to think that okay, there's a deity of the Lord, and he decorates. He decorates the Lord, right? He dresses the Lord, then he puts on Lord various gold ornaments. So like that he used to imagine. Then he used to think that he used to take water from Godavari. He used to prepare the various foodstuffs for the Lord. He bring all the best quality food. Then he prepares different offerings. Then he mentally, he used to offer everything to the Lord one after another. So this way he used to perform mental worship daily. So one day, actually, he wanted to offer sweet rice to the Lord. So he brings all the paraphernalia in the mind. He prepares it in golden vessels. Then actually, after preparing, so this sweet rice is supposed to be offered. It tastes better when it is cold. So he wanted to, like after preparing it, he wanted to wait it till it's cooled down, right? So after some time, he wanted to check whether it is cold. So he will put his finger in that. So he was in the trance, he was meditating all these things. And as soon as he puts his finger in the kheer, immediately, his hand gets burned. So then he wakes up from the meditation, and then he sees that his hand is burned. So this is an example, when we very sincerely and focusedly meditate upon the Lord, right? So that worship is non-different from the real worship. So this incident is because his hand burned, and no, he actually sees when he opens his eyes, he sees that his hand is burned. So when this happened in Vaikunta, like no, Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi is actually sitting. So Lord will smile, seeing this actually act of this Brahmana. Then Lakshmi Devi will ask, "Why are you, Lord? Why are you laughing?" Then actually Lord will explain the story. He is my very dear devotee. He's performing. Though he's poor, he's offering me so many things every day, and I am accepting it every day. And this particular incident happened today. And then it is mentioned that immediately, the Lord sends a spiritual plane to take actually the Brahmana back to Vaikuntha. So this example actually tells us few important aspects that how it is important to worship the Lord, right, mentally. So Krishna is saying that manmana bhavamad bhakto. So this doesn't mean that so when we have the means, we have earlier also seen that Lord says patram pushpam phalam toyam, right? Lord accepts very simple things, but actually he sees what is our bhava, and also the Lord sees what are we holding back, right? So when we have uh, the resources and the opportunity to offer physically, then we should offer physically, because that will purify us. But then even if somebody is very poor and he doesn't have any means, or due to some circumstances, no, we are not able to really physically offer service to the Lord, then the Lord will even accept if we offer in the mind, right? So that way the Lord actually is just waiting for some opportunity to give his mercy upon us, right? So that way the Lord is very, very merciful. So what we'll try to wrap up today's session. So what actually the essential takeaway what we understood today is that, so this sloka is one of the very important sloka in Bhagavad Gita, where no Lord is giving the essence of everything. The essence of entire Bhagavad Gita or all the Vedic scriptures is to understand Krishna, that we have seen. No, Vedesha sarve rahameva vedyo Vedanta krit veda videka chaham. And the essence of everything is actually the essence of the culmination of all the various processes, the so-called spiritual processes, is ultimately to perform bhakti to the Lord. Right. So this sloka is the essence, summon substance or summum bonum, we can call it, of everything. That manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Right. So always worship of the. So basically, we should. The takeaway is that we should start. We should be convinced that no, this process of bhakti is the topmost. Matta paradaram nanyad kinchidasi dhananjaya. There is nothing more higher than this truth. So that understanding that, we should start executing it practically in our day-to-day life, right? By chanting the holy name, starting with the hearing of Krishna Katha, hearing about the Lord, and standing. The practical devotional service start with chanting of the Lord, chanting of the holy names of the Lord. So we should start chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that just by this simple process, but yet the most potent process of simply chanting the holy name of the Lord, that actually we can start the devotional service. And then the gradual process will happen. We mentioned Shraddha, Sadhasanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anarthamimiti, Nishta, Ruji, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. So like that, the Lord actually, as Paramatma, internally sitting in the heart, and by the Guru, right, spiritual master externally, right, within and without, the Lord actually guides the person who is sincere in his attempt, and he will ensure that slowly but surely, he will attain the highest perfection by actually following this path of bhakti. So that with that, I think we come to the end of the time. So are there any questions, devotees? So if nobody wants to leave at this point, they can leave. If there are questions, devotees can unmute and ask, or they can also put it in the chat. Hare Krishna. So there are no questions. We'll end here. Thanks all devotees are joining regularly, and please keep joining. We'll meet again tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,